Hello everybody, I am Oscar W. Fitchett.
I'm Gary C. Bradshaw.
And this is our review for the first person film Hardcore Henry, which stars Sharlto Copley. And you. And the plot of Hardcore Henry, according to IMDb, is a first-person action film from the eyes of Henry, who's resurrected from death with no memory. He must discover his identity and save his wife from a warlord with a plan to bioengineer soldiers. I was looking forward to this film. It wasn't like one of these films which I was like dying to see, like, oh my god, need to see Hardcore Henry. But I was really intrigued by it because I remember seeing the Kickstarter trailer for it, which really was like, wow, this is cool and interesting. The fact that they're doing a first-person action film, I also remember the director did a similar short film called Bad Mother. Yeah, which I got shown in college years ago by my A-level teacher, and I was like, whoa, this is really cool. So I was just happy to see this filmmaker doing a feature film.
My expectations going into this film, well, I wanted to see this film, but with it being a Kickstarter project, I thought it would have been another type of film where, you're going to download the HD on iTunes or something, but turns out it wasn't. It was actually in our local cinema, which is very rarely indie films like that will get shown in our cinema. Because our cinema is absolutely garbage.
Me and Ellen Dangle was one which I was surprised that I was shown in there. I was like, wow, me and Ellen Dangle's playing here? This was another example which I was like, whoa, Hardcore Henry's playing in this cinema? I want to clarify, this cinema didn't show Whiplash or Steve Jobs, but it showed Hardcore Henry.
My thoughts on Hardcore Henry. Building the suspense. I love this film. It's short and sweet. There's nothing really to... I don't know, you don't have to think a lot in this film. Well, you maybe have to, but I certainly enjoyed it. It was a very good fun film. Very good fun film. And a bit of story element there, but there's nothing I expected. It was very, very, very well choreographed, because I was really expecting similar to Bad Mother, Babe. Obviously I've seen that and sort of brought my expectations to this movie. I love the Bad Mother, Babe.
Short film.
Yeah, so I probably love Hardcore Henry more because it's a film and there's actually some story to it. Sharlto Copley was very good in this, I felt. A very weird character. I was glad that they unveiled Sharlto Copley's character in that. Like, I was very worried, actually. Very worried that they were going to not introduce why is this character doing this. Sharlto Copley's character.
Yeah.
So I was quite worried.
With the range of personalities.
With the range of personalities and why he's done this and what's he done. So I was pretty happy that they've actually included this in. And the soundtrack. Fantastic soundtrack. I was literally... You probably must have seen me or something.
No, I really agree with you on that. So the soundtrack is really good.
Rocking my knees like I normally do.
The soundtrack is really good, and yeah.
It was. I'm not even sure if it was original score.
There was some theme
with the woman in the character, in the first person character Henry. It was definitely. I think that must have been original. But the rest...
There was some... They had Queen. They had a Queen song.
They had a Queen song in this, and I was like... I looked at you and I was like, yes! Yes! The acting was really good. I really liked this villain.
Akan,
whatever his name was.
Akan,
yeah. But I was happy with the villain. I want to see a Hardcore Henry 2.
Do you? Okay.
I actually want to see a Hardcore Henry 2. I don't know what they could do with Hardcore Henry 2, but I want to see another live-action film from this director.
In this style.
Because I think they should start making more. With virtual reality coming a thing now, where you can actually buy a virtual reality headset, I think films and film companies should start making first-person films. I know people might get motion sickness. That was one thing I was worried about going into this film, is motion sickness. I get motion sickness.
If it was 3D, I probably wouldn't be able to handle it. my thoughts on Hardcore Henry, right. I mean this as a positive, but it could also be meant as a negative to other people.
Right.
This is a completely turn your brain off and just watch the film type film.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
The film literally guides you through the story. Like, I mean literally, as in
That's
like...
what you want to do in a first person as well.
It literally does that, so it's like you could literally be like... And the film's main thing isn't the story. It's about like, look at the cool action in first person. Which is what I wanted to see from this film.
Yes.
I want to be like, I want to feel just so, like, involved in the action. And for the most part I did, some parts I didn't. The points that I got the most invested in, like the most, like, which felt like the most visceral points, was just when Henry was running.
Yeah.
When, I wasn't really that, like, invested in like some of the things where it's like, oh, he's falling out the sky, or some bits were.
That was pretty spectacular.
Or like he's driving or something like that. But most of the things when he's just running, because that's when I'm like, oh, that feels real. I don't know why. Like that felt like very in the moment, like the running aspect of it. And it felt, again, it's basically a non-stop action film.
What the scene when he's on the bike and he blows up the car.
Yeah, I mean,
that was pretty
from the amount of practical effects in this as well was really cool. I
think it was probably on point with practical effects.
There was some CG, of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
But I mean, the practical effects were like some of the explosion stuff was really cool. But no, I think the story was. I mean, you know what? It's like it was fine for this film. You know,
yeah.
I'd tell you, if this was just in an ordinary action film, like if it was shot normally. Like with just a camera, and we had we had like Jason Statham as Hardcore Henry or something like that. You know, if it was just a normal shot film, I would have problems with the story because this is like, it's not the best story. It's kind of cliched and it's kind of
yeah, probably.
But you know what? I'm not invested in the story, and it's not meant to make me all that invested. I'm invested in the. I tell you what, I'm as invested in the story as like I'm more invested in the story because it's first person, because it's through my eyes. If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like it's more investing because I'm living the story. If you get what I mean. Like I'm not it's not like, oh, I'm actually in the film, but you know, like it's first person, so I'm through this guy Henry's eyes. I am Henry, so I'm like so the story's more investing because of that. Otherwise, the story's just a cliched action film. But you know what? It's fine with this type of film for the first person element of it. I think the acting overall was really cool. It's good for what it was. Aiken, the villain. Yeah. You know, he was fine. I didn't see him. He wasn't in there that much. Nah, but the actor was all right. Yeah. You know, he did.
Seemed like it's some sort of Die Hard villain with a blonde.
He did seem like that type of villain. I like the actress who played Henry's wife.
Yeah.
I think she did a good job. Again, that might just because it was a whole first person thing, so I just felt more invested with her.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, again, with the whole, like, if it was a normal action film, I would be like, oh, cliched romance. But I don't know, the fact that the film put you in Henry's shoes.
Which you
like,
do, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh, it's a cliched romance, but I feel like I care for her.
Yeah, I do.
Because I'm Henry. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I felt like, yeah, get him, Henry. Save your wife. Because she's my wife in this film now. So, in that regard, you know, and I think she did a good job. You know, she pulled off the emotions very well. Yeah. And I mean, Sharlto Copley, I mean, come on. You gotta, he's the best part in any film, really. Even if the film's bad, he's great in it. Open Grave was a pretty bad film. He was fun in it.
You see him? That was a good film, but he was in the best.
Chappie, that wasn't that great of a film, but he was brilliant in the film as Chappie.
He did Chappie, fuck.
Yeah.
I forgot Chappie existed.
Yeah, Chappie's forgettable. Maybe if Chappie was first person, hardcore Chappie. This was an enjoyable film, but I will say this, I don't want too many films to be first person.
Right.
Like, I don't want this to be a trend, like found footage.
Right.
Because otherwise, it would just get worn out.
Yes.
I'd rather films like this as opposed to found footage. Because with found footage, I'm like, why are you still recording? With this one, it's more through your eyes. I don't know. I tell you, I would like for filmmakers to experiment with this type of filmmaking in different genres. Like, I wouldn't mind seeing like a horror film in this way. I wouldn't mind like PT, something like that. PT, something like first-person horror. I don't know. Heck, maybe I don't know, a first-person adventure film, like something like Indiana Jones, or like a first-person, I don't know, a romance film, or first-person western, or a first-person war film.
First-person war film.
First-person fantasy. You know what I mean? I wouldn't mind like experimenting in these different genres with first-person, which would be cool. But I wouldn't want every film to be like this. There's not really much that I hated because I mean, it is what it is. You go into Hardcore Henry for fun first-person time, and that's what it is.
It's like a first-person game.
Yeah, there you go. It's like a short game to play. The only negative I might have to have though is the ending felt very abrupt.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I was like, was it?
But it's the way it ended, like boom, Hardcore Henry. Oh, okay.
I wanted more.
I at least wanted some closure, in some regards.
Yeah.
So guys, thank you for watching. Overall thoughts, really enjoyed it. Say that. Overall thoughts?
Fantastic.
There you go. What do you guys think of Hardcore Henry? Did this review persuade you to see it? If you haven't seen it already, comment below, let us know. Let's discuss Hardcore Henry. What's your favourite first-person video game?
Fallout 4.
There you go, is that...
GTA 5, actually.
Portal 2. Links are down below for Twitter, for all the Heel crew, Facebook as well, for the Heel Pictures Facebook page. You can follow us on Instagram as well. My Instagram handle is @heel_Oscar. Gary's is @Gary_the_photographer.
Underscore. No, it's not really.
Yeah, it's only two. So
it's two.
And thank you all for watching. And until next time, guys, we shall see you later. And enjoy a first-person film that I made years ago, if I found it at the end of this review. If I haven't, forget that I even mentioned this. It's not too much of an issue.
No, we should have done this review on first person mode.
Should have stuck a GoPro on us.
2 GoPros.
Well, you have a GoPro. You have a GoPro.
Sorted. Should have done that. Never mind.
Should have just filmed it.
Alright.
Just cut
We could just reshoot.
Just sit down and just be like not even have this camera, but have like GoPro, and then when I'm talking, you're looking at me talking.
Actually, have the two different cameras and like different cuts.
That'll be a very tough editorial thing for me.
Yes, you wanna. Yes. Thank you so much.